Hi, it's Bruce. It's Saturday, April 5th. It's a beautiful day in New York, and I just took a batch of madeleines out of the oven, baked some of my own madeleines. So we'll be having a delightful Proustian dessert tonight. We saw today a very funny comedy. I went in with a little trepidation and not great expectations because I had read a little buzz that wasn't as favorable as it should be, because it's a funny show, actually. Paul Rudnick's The New Century. It's 4 one-acts, 3 are pretty much monologues, and the 4th one is the people in the 3 monologues all meeting together to finish off the piece. Mr. Rudnick, I think, had written this in pieces. Some of the pieces were written at different times, and but I think they all gel together very well in the theme. The cast is worth the price of admission. Linda Lavin, Peter Bartlett, and Jane Houdyshell. Come on, please, right there. They're all wonderful. The first one is Linda Lavin, and she's hysterical from the get-go. Tears, laughter, incredibly funny. The second one is Peter Bartlett as one of the last raging queens, perhaps in the world, except maybe not. And the third one is Jane Houdyshell in a very touching and funny performance as a woman who loves to make arts and crafts in Decatur, Illinois, and has a very sad past. Also in the play is an actor I didn't know named Mike Doyle, who makes a great impression. He's very good, and he appears in basically the Peter Bartlett one mostly, and you get to see a lot of Mr. Doyle, but he was excellent. I'm not always Paul Rudnick's biggest fan. I love Jeffrey. I loved his pieces for that he wrote as Libby Gelban Waxner, and sometimes these hit or miss with comedy, or it's just. But it's just funny. It's delightfully funny all the way through. So I had a really good time, and tomorrow we're seeing Macbeth. So I'm going to go from light Paul Rudnick New Yorkie comedy to the Scottish play, Patrick Stewart and Macbeth. How serious can it get? Anyway, the New Century has another week of previews, so I'm sure they're even going to tighten it up even more. And it's a lot of laughs. What more can you ask for? And as a Lincoln Center member, it's a privilege to get to see these things. Lincoln Center always has great actors, great productions, and this time it had a nice little comedy to sustain it all. Okay, see you tomorrow after Macbeth. Hi, it's Bruce again. It's now Sunday night. We just spent the day going to see Macbeth with Patrick Stewart and having a lovely dinner at Karamia on 9th Avenue with some friends, where I had too much wine. But I won't let that affect me. Okay, go see Macbeth. It was great. To paraphrase a line in the show, something brilliant comes this way. Macbeth is just something I've always loved. I started my acquaintance with Macbeth with the classic comics, actually, when I was a kid. And I've seen 3 productions of Macbeth, and I've never seen a good one until now. This is the 4th production. My 3 productions were Philip Anglim at Lincoln Center, which was terrible, Nicol Williamson, which was, I think, the same season or within a season or 2 as Macbeth, terrible. I saw one about 10 years ago at the Young Vic with Anthony Sher, who would think that wouldn't be that good, but he wasn't that good, although the Lady Macbeth was wonderful. I'd have to look up her name. This Macbeth was wonderful. Oh, it had a concept, and it was really great. The director is a young British guy named Rupert Gould. I assume he's young. And Patrick Stewart. I have no feelings about Patrick Stewart. He was great. Lady Macbeth was brilliant. Her name is Kate Fleetwood. And there's a lot of Sweeney Todd kind of blood in this. Lots of red Cara syrup blood. And it's used to great effect. Some great projection graphic things. and it's done sort of, I think it's 40s. They keep saying it's Scotland, but it's sort of Eastern Europe or Russia. It has a military feel to it. So go see it and tell me what you think. It was stunning. If it does not get a Best Revival, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Lighting nomination for Tonys, then I'll eat a page out of my program. The whole supporting cast was great. Most of them came from the British production, I do believe. But a special mention to the porter, Christopher Patrick Nolan, a force to be reckoned with. He actually has a line about remember the porter, and boy, you can't forget him. So I highly recommend it. We paid full price. This is the highest recommendation. It was great. On a bad note, someone had a digital timer alarm somewhere in a bag about 3 rows behind us in the mezzanine. And it went off for about 20 minutes. The person did not realize it for like 10, and then I think they tried to stop it and wrapped it up, but you could still hear it, and they finally left. It was so annoying. All right, so see Macbeth. It's only a 6-week run. I don't know if they can extend it because I think something else is going into the Lyceum. But it was a great way to end the week. So we saw a nice light comedy by Paul Rudnick with great performances, and Shakespeare, Macbeth, with brilliant performances. And that made the weekend really nice. Now I have to go back to work. Good night.